Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm coming to do my halfway update, that's the word, for the Tome Topple Readathon. The Tome Topple Readathon started on April 7th, and it ends on the 21st or the 22nd. I'm not 100% sure about that. My mind just totally blanked. But the focus of the readathon, if you have not heard about it, is to read big books. I started this readathon with a pretty confident TBR, and then my library got Strange the Dreamer, and so that TBR just was totally derailed, because there's no way at this point I'm going to get to two of the other three books that I had planned to read. But halfway update, the first book that I read for Tome Topple was Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I am not going to do a review of this book because so here is my review of this book. I went into this book completely blind. I did not read any of the synopsis. I still haven't read the information on the cover flap for the novel. I didn't read any of or listen to any reviews from people who received ARCs. I went into it completely blind. Laini Taylor is the author of the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, which to date is my favorite YA series, period. So when I saw that this was coming out, I knew I wanted to read it, and I went into it blind. I implore you, if you are going to read this novel, to do the exact same thing. Don't read any reviews. Don't read the flap. Don't watch any reviews that give details on YouTube, because going into this blind kept me on the edge of my seat from start to finish. Literally. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. We all know Laini Taylor is a wonderful writer, and the way that she puts words together and makes it into a story is absolutely beautiful. And that is this book from start to finish. It's written beautifully. It's enjoyable to read, and there's so much that happens that will keep you guessing and wondering as you go along. But that is the best that I can say. Go into it blind. First, read it. Read it. Second, go into it blind. Third, I absolutely love this story. That's all that I have to say on that. So this is what I read. I actually started this on the 7th, but I started it while I was working and in between stuff, and it was not a good way to start it. So on the 8th, I just picked it up, which was Saturday. I picked it up and started from the beginning, because I'd only gotten 20 pages in, so I just started from the beginning and read from page 1. And I finished this book just after midnight on Thursday morning, I want to say, the 6th. No, that's the day before, the 12th, I think. It did not take me long to read this, and I only read it after work. And not even after work, but starting at 8 o'clock, because on my TV watching schedule, I have not changed for the sake of this readathon. And so, read it. The second book that I picked up for Tome Topple, and this is what I'm currently reading, is Ruin by John Gwynne. This will probably be the only other book that I get to for Tome Topple. It is 740-something pages. It's the third installation in the Faithful and the Fallen series. And yeah, I am actually starting this a little slower than I did with Strange the Dreamer, which probably is because at first I thought it was a book hangover, but I was super duper tired last night. I had wanted to get to page at least 120 last night, and I'm only on page 79. But I have had a lot of super late nights where I have been going to bed after 2:30 in the morning, and then I get up and I work all day. And so I think that just weighed on me last night, because I could not keep my eyes open for the life of me. So I went to bed about 3 hours earlier than I've gone to bed every other night this week. So hopefully, because it's Friday and this weekend is a pretty chill weekend outside of Sunday, which is Easter, then I will be able to make some headway in this tonight and tomorrow. But that is the plan for the rest of Tome Topple, and we will see what happens when we get to the end of next week. We'll see where I am. So that's all that I have for this video. This is much longer than I expected it to be because my mind is all over the place. Have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.